thank you all very much for coming back from the lunch break. Council, are we ready with witness for this afternoon?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Yes, we are ready to start. Thank you. Mr. Usher, can you please bring in the witness?
Thank you.
I, Omar Jassi.
Nte Omar Jassi.
The Omar Jassi. Do swear.
Mben kalila ko.
Ben kalila ko. I'll speak the truth.
Mbe toñale fola.
Be toñale fola. The whole truth.
Toña damma.
Toña damma. And nothing but the truth.
Nte fem fola men manke toñati.
Fem fola men manke toñati. So help me God.
Woto alama ale ndema.
Ma ale ndema.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness.
Council ko itinyang sedo.
Okay,
I hope you had a good lunch.
Akaya mera ye konton kendo sotole.
As you know, my name is Sagar.
Koya lo nyame
Cecilia Thomas Jahate.
Ndetomu Sagar Cecilia Thomas Jahate wala muntoti.
We've met before.
Mbentale follow nun.
I just want to go through some rules and regulations that we have here at the TRRC before you testify.
Janni be sedeyaro kala lafta sartol ning na kolu lanya ngado foye woto janni be tentenna.
May I kindly remind you to speak loudly and clearly into the microphone?
Akombe hakilo blandla isi diamu santo asisenea nibe diamu la microphone oto.
And because your testimony is going to be interpreted in different languages, please speak slowly so that the interpreters can follow what you're saying.
Kato ibina memfola kana sorla alfanal be sirne koma menu ba kana sorla na kangoluto woto nibe diamula isa sumayandi domandi.
I will also kindly ask you to speak after I speak so that our speeches do not collide.
Ako nibe diamula fanan isi lamoy hanfo nati diamuta faya kango jindi. Ninga kana sor wutumo e finansina diamu pour alla diamulu kana sele nyokan.
I'll give you a brief overview of what we're going to cover, the different topics we'll cover today in your testimony.
Akabe domanding fole fannalu ka chalu be damen numala itanate tema asiwoto foye domanding.
We will go through your personal details.
Mba folola ite fango kenyale la ikomo ila kibaro itolom jumati.
Your political background and membership of the UDP party.
Ila politiko Kenya benu nyamen kata fo ila dungo UDP party okono.
We'll also go through your victimization.
Mbita lale fananga kacha yamantoro melle kan.
At the Denton Bridge incident.
Menketa Denton Bridge saro saloto.
As well as the incident in Banjul near the NIA premises.
Aning menketa Banjul NIA ilao korda dalaji.
We would also like to hear what the impact has been on your life, the torture that you endured, what impact it has had on your life.
Okola wo man toro lumenu yeke la ke tajire ya wo men sabu ila baluo kono aning ila kotengoluto.
And finally, any words of wisdom you may have for the Gambian public after the commissioners have questioned you.
Yo ne obe botala ning commissioner ye nyinin ka obe kola bandula to mbe te fana nyinin ka la ngani yo ilafta mun kibar le dila Gambian ko la ilafta munefola isina la bawo fola.
Are you ready to proceed?
ako foy paretele bang pour ka dun diamo kono
I'm parallel. Yes, I am ready.
What are your names?
ito mumun nimmuneti
Omar Jassi. My name is Omar Jassi.
Where do you live?
ko ibe siri min tole
Monsieur in Pirang. I'm resident in Pirang.
Are you originally from Pirang?
ako fo iwuluta pirane bota jele bang
I'm a Pirang. Yes, I'm a native of Pirang. I was born in Pirang.
Are you literate?
ako foy karantale bang kata karambungutu
And that Arab Karamundo. Yes, I'm literate, but in Arabic.
What is your profession or what work do you do?
muna muila do ko te ka balu mun do ko fasonnela
I'm a Misna.
What is your marital status?
ibe demen ifututale fo musutebulu
I'm married.
Do you remember around 1994?
ako foy hakilo bulatale 1994 sangola bang
1994. Yes, I remember 1994.
Can you tell us how old you were in 1994?
foy sa fo non tole 1994 yatara iwulu sangobe sanji jelu
I was 22 years old.
Was there any event of significance that happened around July 1994 that you know of?
ako foy bota ku kalama men sike kukum mati men kita july karo kono 1994 sango kono
Yes, my mind can recall the coup d'etat. It happened in 1994.
Can you tell us who staged the coup d'etat that you mentioned?
ako yin kudeta men na kumo fotem foy hakilo ya mutale jumale kudeta nyaton kaya
I can recall that the coup d'etat was led by Yaya Jammeh.
And what political party did he belong to?
ate be politique parti jumale to
At the time, I was with the PPP before they are coming.
My question was, what political party did Yaya Jammeh belong to?
ako ala nyinin karo munyenti ya jamme be politique parti jumale kono ane ako ya jamme fango ate be politique parti jumale kono
He was a soldier.
Do you remember what the party that was ruling the country, do you remember what the name of that party was?
ako patio membe banko mararin nung hakilo bulata o patio tola le bang
PPP party was in government at the time.
Do you recall whether it was the AFPRC party?
ko fo hakilo ba kanko fo AFPRC parti o wala be mararola no tumo
1994 bitin coup d'etat AFPRC le tartaje. Yes, in 1994 after the coup d'etat it was the AFPRC.
During that time in 1994, what political party did you belong to?
ako wutumo 1994 itebe politique parti jumale kono nung
At the time I was in the PPP.
Do you belong to any particular political party right now?
ako fo sayin be nyinte momento ebe politique parti jumale kono
At the moment I am in the UDP.
When did you join the UDP party?
ako idunta UDP parti o kono wati jumale
During the UDP party for 1996. I joined the UDP in 1996.
Do you remember when the UDP party was actually established?
ako fo hakilo ya mutale UDP parti o fon ya londi wati jumale
UDP party on hakilo ya mako ya londi 1996. I can recall that the party was established in 1996.
At that point, the party was established. Who was its leader?
ako biri be UDP parti o londi la o wato men jumala muila nyaton koti
The lawyer Hussein Dabole. The leader was lawyer Hussein Dabo.
In 1996, do you remember any significant event that was to happen around that time in 1996?
ako 1996 sango kono fo hakilo si amuta ban fo kukuma do si soto mense ke wo sango kono ite hakilo si memma
Hakilo amako 1996 kate fo nyinda kelano. I can recall that in 1996 there was supposed to be an election.
Can you tell us what kind of election?
ako fo sa fo no nye mun carte fay façon nem
President Karte fo nyinda kelano. There was to be a presidential election.
Do you remember if this was the first time a democratic election was being held after the coup?
Foi hakilo bamuta lako wolem sinya foloti carte foyo bekela democracy la silo kan coup d'etat kola.
Wolem sinya foloti.
Yes, that would be the first time.
Do you know any other opposition parties that were in existence at the time?
Ako foi bota kala male bang wo tembo fo politique party opposition dolu be kerine no wotumo bang.
Hakilo politique party dolu parliament be kerin.
Yes, I can recall some of the political parties that existed at the time.
Please tell us.
Akoy sa fonye ite hakilo menuma.
Bado NRP be kerin.
At the time, there was the NRP.
NCP be kerin.
There was also the NCP.
And the UDP.
And the UDP.
Which opposition political party would you say was the strongest amongst these?
Ako tembo ite ba fulako opposition party olukono jumale sembo warte beti.
Wato UDP le sembo warte beti.
At the time, UDP was the stronger party.
Why was it the strongest party?
Ako munan na ataketa party oti UDP men sembo warta party dolti.
Wato mo jama lafta tella wala na sembo warta.
At the time, so many people were in liked the UDP, which was why it was the strongest.
Was it capable of challenging the APRC's rule over the country?
Ako utumo fo UDP ya sembo sotole puruka law APRC nyato carte fayola.
Yes.
Just before the 1996 presidential elections, did the UDP embark on any political campaign?
Ko janning 1996 carte fayo fon be la president carte fayo nying. Fo UDP dun ye campaign kele wolem ka bankota ma pour ka carte ni molugulu.
Campaign kele.
Yes, they went on a campaign.
Please describe what campaign was being held by the UDP at this time.
Ako fo si fem fono nyele wo campaign mo campaign façon UDP be men nanu wotumo.
UDP be president carte fayo ka banko be around pour ka president carte fayo nyinke.
The UDP took part in the campaign for the presidential elections to traverse the whole country in preparation for the elections.
Did you personally take part in that political campaign?
Ako foite fango ma betale wo politic campaign o kono bang?
Ma betale.
Yes, I witnessed it.
Do you remember attending any particular meeting during this time?
Ako foi hakilo ya mutale kam isima be bengulu menuto politic bengulu menuto o tembo.
O tembo be on kata daw dan kata raje bo mbe rawno nyin kono le.
At that time, wherever a meeting was held, I was there because I was always present.
Was a meeting also held in your own area?
Ako fo meeting sototale ye menke ite fango bota dame ma fango la fo meeting kijela bang?
Meeting kejele janning kata.
Yes, there was a meeting there before we left.
And how long did the campaign last, this tour around the country? How long did it last?
Atella o tamantama o campaign tamantama o banko kan ay wati jelle yirikota.
Nang hakilo mambo da lokum fula o sile.
If I can recall well, it almost took two weeks.
And around what time was this?
Andung awato tembeta wati jumale fe wotumo.
Benta no September kono.
It was in the month of September.
And how far away were the presidential elections at this time?
Wotembo campaigno ning President Carte Fayo tema e temo jamfobe nyadi le wotumo.
Temo jamfa lokum fula kala sabaka bo sila.
There was almost 2 to 3 week gap between that time and the elections.
So it wasn't very far from the presidential elections.
Ako woto manke kuti menjam fata President Carte Fayo la wotumo.
Yes.
Apart from lawyer Usainu Dabo, who was actually standing up for the presidential seat, do you remember any other members of the executive of the UDP party attending this campaign?
Ako hana manke lawyer Usainu Damanti me yalonko atelbe patio nyaton kala fo patio la alfa kuma kotendolu bijele men yalonko itata ko nyinkono.
Party la modol bi jante be to fono ban sa modantan to fono je.
Yes, there were other members of the party. I cannot name them all, but I can tell you a few names.
Please tell us those you can remember.
Afonye ite hakilo si mennu mutano.
Akilo Kemesen Jamme.
I can recall Kemesen Jamme,
And in Single Nyas.
and Single Nyasi. They were there.
Do you remember one Amadou Sane being there?
Ako foi hakilo sibuta mola ikafome yenu Amadou Sane fafana mbijele ba.
Ahmad Sana afana be UDP kono ba campagne on kono campagne la ba lonte nata taje.
Yes, he's a member of the UDP, but during the campaign, I only got to see him at the tail end of the campaign.
So he joined you at a later part of the campaign?
Ako amunta akafuta teluma campaign bandula mafangole bang.
That was when I saw him.
As a member of the UDP party, did you belong to any particular group?
Ako ebe UDP party okono. Fodun kafudolle be party onyim fanan kono etebe kafolu menu kono.
Yes, I was in the youth group.
Did the youth group have any particular role during rallies and campaigns?
Atella funding ke bunda nyeng fodun alielo dulale soto al kamenu tamandi wala alinyanta men tamandi la campaign onyim kono ba.
Yes, we had our responsibility.
Please explain what these responsibilities were.
Afonyeng atel woto wotumo atella lodulalu mumuneti.
Well, at that time, we were supporters. We used to beat drums and make the place lively. You know, that used to entice other people to join.
Did you engage in singing and dancing?
Yes, we do all those.
What about any political slogans?
Political sandolu soton alika sandolu menu for political karola.
For us, we sing songs.
How were you transported during this tour around the country?
Alila tarangulu mumuneti albe utamantama la banko kantu mumena alikata nyadi le munekata la tamarangulti.
We had vehicles, and the vehicle that we were in was a big vehicle.
Could you tell us how many vehicles there were?
Faisa fono nyalla bang moto jelle benung Allah silo kan.
The vehicles that we had were many. I cannot name them all.
Did many UDP supporters partake in this particular campaign?
Ako for UDP no lanka jamal le tata wo tamantama wala wo campaign yokon.
Yes, there were many.
Can you tell us how you were dressed, for example, when you engaged in this campaign?
Alka akoy sa fono nyeng alka mum fem feto fata façon nule dung wato men albe o campaign yola.
We used to wear party T-shirts, and that was what we used for the entire campaign. And its flag and the bands.
Was there any particular color that was also displayed?
Kuloro fanambe fengulu konole alika kuloro me yitande ko patiula kuloro munyineti.
Yes, yellow color.
And were these banners and flags, how were they displayed?
Allawo banderolu nin drapolu alikawolu fintindi nyadi le ke yitandi.
We used to raise them up in the air so that people see them, and we also wave them.
In which particular vehicle were you being transported in during the campaign?
Ako itebe moto fason juma le kono moto juma wato men albe utani nala o campaign kono.
I was in the big vehicle.
And the group of people that were in this vehicle, were they called by any particular name?
Ako kafomolu membe o moto kono o moto foye to soto le bang ikumandi men.
Yes, they had a name. They used to call them Democracy.
And where was Democracy in the convoy of vehicles?
Ako Democracy katara moto li minto mafana katara koma le bang wairi moto jamale ka jonjulu bulanyo noma. Democracy moto nyata katara minto mafane.
Democracy moto katara moto le koma le.
Democracy vehicle used to be behind the vehicles.
During the political campaign, did anything unusual happen in any of the regions that you visited?
Akali bota mantama wala tumumenna. Fo kusi ke bang dinkiral to kata me ya lonko asike terem makuti wala mem mandali kila.
Yes, things happened along the way before we returned.
Please explain to us what happened.
Afonye mune keta minto la keta nyadile.
On our way back, we came up to Jara.
Jara Sankuya.
Jara Sankule. Sankuya. We had a problem in Jara Karantaba. We had a problem with some of the APRC youth that were in that place. We were coming, so they stood in front of us and they had stones and they were throwing them at us. So when they threw stones at us, we also alighted and we followed them and we had a scuffle. We were stoning each other there, but we overcame them and we drove them away. Yes.
Did the stone throwing cause any damage?
Yes, some of the windscreens of our vehicles were broken. So we also pursued them because when we drove them, they ran into homes and we pursued them into their houses and we also threw stones and broke some of their windows.
Apart from this incident, can you tell us any other significant incidents that happened after this?
Yes, other things happened. So when we left, we came to this end.
Which end are you referring to?
This side, Denton Bridge.
Was this on the 22nd day of September, 1995?
September 1995
Yes.
And this was after Amadou Sane had actually joined the I'm getting my tongue twisted.
You taught him.
The transportation convoy. Was this after Amadou Sane had actually joined the convoy?
Yes, at that time he was with the group.
Kindly tell us what happened when you got to Denton Bridge.
Denton Bridge
We left these ends, we went up to Denton Bridge, Saro. When we arrived, we saw that there were some vehicles that were taking a U-turn. Because our vehicle, the big vehicle, was behind. The vehicles that were leading the convoys stopped, and some of the people were already alighted, and the vehicles were being forced to take a U-turn, heading back. So our vehicle went up to there, and then it was stopped because they were looking for our vehicle. So when the vehicle arrived, they stopped it and gave an order that we should disembark from the vehicle. So people started alighting. And then they ordered us again to board the vehicle. We boarded. We heard some of them saying, let's throw petrol on the vehicle and set it alight. Some were saying, no, let's not do that. Let's just push them into the sea.
Can you tell us who was actually having this conversation with whom?
There
were many people there, but the only person that I can recognize was Yankuba Toure.
And what was Yankuba Toure saying?
Ako Yankuba Toure lumbe mune fokan wotumo.
Yankuba Toure ko ye mala ne modo be mala.
Yankuba Toure said that let them set us and the vehicle alight with us in there.
And what particular role did he seem to have, or what particular role did he appear to have?
Awoto tembo atebe mun kule tamandika atebe lori mune kuka wotuma be men tamandika.
Ateka wur kana dron abafolo ka almoto mala fe.
He was shouting, telling them to set the vehicle alight. He was going forth and back.
Are you saying he was giving orders?
Ako fo wala mnyinti ko atelebe kango di kango mo labang.
Yes, at that instance, what we saw, he was the one giving the orders.
Did he appear to be leading the group of soldiers at Denton Bridge?
So akwa bekole ko fo atelemu wo sojarulu nyaton koti bang menu be wo saro saloto je utembo.
Yes, at the time he was the one there.
How did you know it was Yankuba Toure?
Yalo nyadi leko nyino mu Yankuba Toure fangoti.
I can make out Yankuba Toure from a crowd because he's amongst the people who executed the coup.
Have you seen him before?
Before the coup d'etat, I did not see him, but after the coup d'etat, I used to see him on the newspapers and in other places.
What time was it when you got to Denton Bridge?
Albeftala Denton Bridge wato men saro saloto ya mera montoro wati obe tembe jumal to tumo.
That would be between 9 and 10 p.m.
So that would be at night and it was dark.
Ako to tembo wayatara obekela sutol tialundi bobe dundi.
Yes.
How were you able to see Yankuba Toure in the dark?
Ako silandu wedi bokono ye Yankuba Toure jeno nyadile.
La be moto be siarin je lampo o marlen dulabe moto lampo o marlen dulabe so momo be ni amadi lonto e ka sutele.
The place was filled with vehicles and their headlights were on, so if you knew anybody, if you saw them at that time, you could be able to recognize them.
And how far away from you was he standing?
Ako Yankuba bedameng anatel bedame wotembo altemo be jamfari nyola nyadile.
We were not far apart, not even up to 10 meters.
Do you remember what he was wearing?
Yes, I can recall.
Please tell us.
I father deniko. Aning 3/4, aning sandalo.
Okay, he had 3/4 and he had sandals. With a woven cloth.
What were the other soldiers around him? How were they dressed, or what were they dressed in?
Those were dressed in military uniform.
Did they have any weapons?
Yes, they had guns.
Any other kind of weapons?
Some had sticks. Some had pipes.
You mentioned previously that your car or your vehicle was actually targeted, which contained a group of people called Democracy. Can you give us a reason why your particular vehicle was targeted amongst all the others?
Ando atelbe moto men kuno ka fole democracy munana itela miroto nyil balla moto nyinen kan wayri koy balla moto ibatel nyinen kan nawtumo
dollo moto mi alon ko kama nkadla dunde bakele.
Our vehicle was the vehicle that used to make the place groovy.
And
wherever we go, because of the groove environment we used to create, that makes a lot of people come to join, to partake in the rallies.
What was the membership of the group? I mean, what kind of people did you have in the group? Were there elders, for example, children, women? Can you tell us what kind of people were in that group?
Ako sa fono nyimu mo fasonu lebe wo kafo kono fondinke olem fodindingulu musolu sunkutundingulu kambandingulu abe nyaadi le jumo fason juma nyole be moto kono.
Dolla moto kono fondinke le siata je bake.
Our vehicle, the occupants were mostly the youth. They were children, but they are not many. There were also women, but there would not be more than two. Some, they were girls, not old ladies, they were girls.
Can you give us the names of anybody that you remember who was on that vehicle?
Fo molu membe ali fe moto kono je fo esi hakilo sibula no mola esi men to fo no jang.
Yes, I can recall a few people whose names I can mention here.
Kabiro Sedi Bije.
Kaburo Seri was there.
Wandi Jawara.
Usman Jasi. My own brother was there, Usman Jasi.
Fode Sano. Musa Fofana. Usman Fofana. Seattle
We were many, the people that were there. I cannot name them all.
How old was your brother at this time?
Ila odoma membije ya mira we sanji jelle soto nungo tumo.
He would be above 18 years.
The people that you mentioned, were they all around your age group?
Yemenu to fotem fol nite be mu fula nyoma leti bang.
Yes, there were some that I was older than, but there were also others who were older than me.
Do you remember any elderly people on your vehicle?
Fo hakilo sebula nyinna ko fo Allah ka fo kuno fo ke bala molu dolu fanan bali kono le bang.
Yes, this Wandi Jawara I am saying was an elderly person.
And Fode Sano.
There were people in the vehicle who were older than those two, but I did not know them. In fact, for the whole of the campaign, I did not get to know them.
Apart from your vehicle, were there other vehicles that were also packed?
Fo atella moto kola moto dolu fanalo bijele ye mennu londi wolum silo kanje.
Moto dolu bijele mennu londi.
Yes, there were other vehicles that they stopped, many vehicles.
Can you remember a number?
Fo hakilo si amutano le moto jellem.
Moto millo ni hakilo ta mala moto nangam jello bari. I
cannot recall the number of vehicles there, but there was one which had our drummer.
They
call him Bute Boy.
You mentioned that once you got to Denton Bridge, you were asked to alight from the vehicle. You were then asked to go back into the vehicle whilst the leadership of the soldiers were discussing what to do with you. You mentioned that Yankuba Toure was suggesting that the vehicle should be lighted, and then others were also suggesting that perhaps it should be driven into the sea with all of you inside. Can you tell us what eventually happened? How did the discussion end?
Akwal futata saro tumo menna saro saloto Denton Bridge. Tumo iko aliyeji motokono. Alijita motokono inatafa kotake aliye muru motokono. Alnata muru motokono. Dolu bafula puru ye alamoto mala. Dolu bafula puru ye alamoto nyori aibula bakono. Weatara nyi itelidam mangolo be diamu kang. So akuna talaba nyadi lewo diamu lukola.
After those negotiations, we were asked to disembark again. When we all alighted, they took us to one particular spot. I jumped from the other side of the vehicle. I was attempting to escape because some had jumped and they had escaped. So while I was trying to escape running, I met up with a soldier and he pointed a pistol at me and he said to me, "If you run, I'm going to shoot you."
When he reached me, he kicked me on my groins.
So I fell. So when I fell, he held me at the back on my trousers and took me. He dragged me along across the road. And I was joined with those that were captured. So when we arrived, they told me to lie down. They were kicking us and hitting us with gun butts and telling us lie down. They undressed us, removed all our shirts. We were naked. They took all our shoes. They lit a fire and threw them all in. So we lay like that.
The soldiers, how did they appear to you? What appearance did they have?
Ako sojarolo itela jeroto yeje nyadile findital kan nyadile be mum la manakibo be nyadile.
At that time, the way they were like, it's like some of them were not themselves. Because many of them were drunk. So they will hit you however they wish without considering anything.
And what were they using to hit you?
When we laid down, they were hitting us with the pipes. Some took off branches from trees and we were using them to beat us. And they were kicking us with their boots on our sides. And they were walking on us, stomping on us. They never considered whether this was a child or an old person. They did that to everyone.
Did you suffer any injuries as a result of the torture?
Ako wotlimbali akulu konoje fo ite barama sotola le menkete la bangi baramata wala mantora do sotoji.
Barmol sotoramballe. Yes, I had injuries on me. My back and other parts of my body. And I'm feeling also that I have a problem with my chest. My chest, I still have that problem. Even where I am now, I still have the problem with my chest.
Please tell us what problem you have with your chest.
I
used to get tired when I walk short distance. I get tired. Which is making my work, I'm a masoner, almost impossible. I cannot do it as I used to do it before. Because my work is it has to do with lifting and lifting heavy material. So now I cannot do it as well as I would have wanted.
Just describe the kind of wounds that you also had on your back.
Afonyang ibalo bala ekoto ekodamen no baramata mum barama fason no leketaji.
Barama bosole barama dal minke je walla bije baramata walla to yelol kaboje. The places that I was wounded by the sticks and I bled. That are the areas that are pinning me. But all those wounds eventually healed. But the only problem now is with my chest.
What about the others who were with you? What kind of injuries did they suffer? You
mentioned
Kabiro Sani.
Yeah, Kabiro Sani Tofo.
Fandi Jawara.
Fandin Jawara.
Usman Jase.
Fode Sano. Musa Fofana. Ansiaka Fofana. Usman Fofana. Ah, yeah, okay.
I apologize. Sorry, that was a mistake.
Ako mo filolti si haketo. Sai ayanyinin kanyela fo wo mu ulfanale mu barama fason no lesoto.
Fana baramata le wande fa o amanna o to manna balu kotake. They were also wounded, and in fact, Wandi could not survive the injury. Because after that beating, he could not have good health anymore.
aka kendi ala sasa ina na tata fisara ina biye fo sanji saba sanji na ndo afna ala nata wato si.
Sometimes he will be healed, but after a while he will get sick again, and it took him 3-4 years, and he could not sustain. He could not survive.
So what happened to him?
Akomune nata keola.
Wanda fatale manna balu.
One day died.
Do you believe that his death was as a result of the torture that he actually went through?
Ako foi lata la ko li parolu menu ketala o tajire ya me ya kala fole ketala sa ya sababu tiban.
Andi aka wala wo janne wo ke wo sasa siba be ka sorono.
Yes, that's my belief, because before that he was not experiencing that kind of sickness.
Just going back to Yankuba Toure at the bridge.
Kamuru Yankuba Toure la kuwa kan saloto je.
You've given testimony to say that he appeared to be leading that group.
Yenyim foko aketanya men amunta dala atelemo kafo nyato nkoti.
You also mentioned that he was a minister during the AFPRC regime.
Yenyim foko andu otumu minister le mwati AFPRC la mararo kono otumu.
Kindly tell us who the leader of the AFPRC regime was.
Foisa fono nye AFPRC mansa kunda jumala mwa nyato nkoti.
AFPRC mansa kunda nyato nkobnu ya Jamel.
The head of the AFPRC government was Yaya Jammeh.
Do you know who Yankuba Toure was receiving his instructions from?
Ako foya long yenyin lon na bang ko Yankuba Toure ate fananka o kangolu menu fo wonya fo dole fananka o kangol diyate la bang pra etama wala.
Andolla miro to ngaje ko ala fa afnaka countana ya Jamel bulo.
Well, in our thinking, we believe that he was getting his orders also from Yaya Jammeh.
Apart from Yankuba Toure, were there other members of the AFPRC government at Denton Bridge? Do you remember anyone being there?
Ako fo Yankuba Toure kola AFPRC mansa kundala unyato nkolu kuno fo modo fanana ta sotole mentarta saloto je ban Yankuba Toure kola.
Moli afanon ko modol soto la bari alon te man wolu me long me sude mol ko bal soja jamal bije nyaton ka jamal bije.
Yes, they said there were others, but I could not recognize anyone. I do not know them.
Because wakola nata moy ko Edward bije la.
Because after that I got to hear that Edward was also there.
Nata almamo mane fana tomo ka fana bije.
I also got to hear the name of Almamo Mane, that he was also there.
Fara jam fana eno fana bije.
FRI Jammeh was also there.
But you did not actually see them?
Ako bari image ye tole moydoro ya moyle doro bara manke ko ifango yeje.
The only person you actually saw was Yankuba Toure.
Amunta yemenje yemen sute wala keta Yankuba Toure.
Yes.
After you were tortured at Denton Bridge, what happened next?
Riye o tajire ya kala Denton Bridge saro saloto je. Mune nata ke okola.
Okola inata mbulane moto konole yen samba Banjul.
After that, we were boarded onto a vehicle and taken to Banjul.
Before we go to Banjul, I'd just like to take you back. My apologies. You refer to Edward.
Ako janinga tente Banjul kuokang. Mbe mrundi la komodo mandise hekatu. Ye Edward la kumofo.
Yes, which Edward are you referring to?
Ibe Edward Jumale ma.
Edward Singate.
Edward Singate.
And who was he?
Utumo ate mumuneti.
Minister.
He was also a minister.
Do you remember what position, what ministry he actually led?
Foi hakilo ya mutalebang ate ay minister bunda Jumale mara utumo.
Ning hakilo mabanga wa telon defense minister.
If I do not forget, I think he was handling the defense portfolio.
What about Almamo Mane?
Almamo Mane dum foi hakilo ya mutate be place Jumal tunu.
Ani mate la place ola.
No, I do not know his position.
What about FRI Jammeh?
FRI Jammeh dum foi alon ne ate be place Jumal tunu wotumo.
Otama Inspector General.
At that time, he was the Inspector General.
You said you were put on board a truck after the torture, heading to Banjul. Is that correct?
Ako uyo tilimbali akala tumena saro saloto ina tali bulandi muroko na ali tilimbanjunla fo wala mtonya tiban.
Yes.
Before you left Denton Bridge, what happened to your items of clothing that you removed?
ako jannal be bulade saro saloto al ye fengolu menu busi alla la dondi ko ni samotolu ko kali menu wurang mune keta wala
inata wol be malale
They burnt all of them.
dimbala mala ya be faya kono
They started a fire and they threw them all inside.
What items of clothing were included in the fire, as well as other articles that you can remember that were dumped into that fire?
ako foy sa kilo samuta mum fem façon nu le sotonta men no fay wodi mbako no feto fatolu anim fem ko tangolu mum fen nim mum fen ye wala busi alla ka fay dimbako
ene den kol bondile
They removed our shirts,
na samatolu
our shoes,
na flakol
our flags,
na banol
our bands,
ye be bonle be fay dimbakon
took all of them and threw them into the fire.
What about, were there any musical instruments, for example, that were burnt?
fo musica wala tantangolu ning kuma fen ko tangolu fo lo sotonta le yol fana lu jani jele bang
ay tandawol fana janele
Yes, they also burnt the drums.
And after they burnt it, what happened?
rio dimba mala yo fengolu jani wo ko la mune natake
okola inata mbulani moto bakon ko moto tamo fengol kam pour moto fana samala
After that, they boarded us on the vehicle and they asked that the vehicle run over the fire so that it also get burned.
moto nata bodu wo kan tolu moto kono ala nata mandabe moto e manamala
The vehicle ran through the fire, but thanks to God, it did not catch fire.
Are you saying that all the people who were at Denton Bridge from the various vehicles that you described were all crammed into this one vehicle?
ako fo alla mulu men be tartanun saro saloto wolun fodu inatali be bulandi o moto ba kilimule kono bang pour kal samba banyunu
ha yembe bulano moto ba kilon kono kan sama banjul
Yes, we were all boarded on that vehicle to be taken to Banjul.
How were the soldiers, or perhaps I should ask, did the soldiers actually escort you to Banjul?
ako fo sojaro le bulatal no makal no ma han fo banjul bang
ah bulata dolbe moto nyaato dolbe moto koma
Yes.
enne moto bulatema
Some were in front and others were behind, and our vehicle was in the middle.
Do you know if Yankuba Ture and the others joined them, or did you leave them at the bridge?
ako fo yalo ne bang yankuba ture akafute ma nyola le kata banyunu bang fodu ngal yate to saro salol
angol to bira bada saro salo to man nata yakotake
Yankuba Ture, when he left the Denton Bridge, I did not see him again.
So what happened next? You were on your way to Banjul. What happened?
ako tumale be silo kan kata banjulu mune nata ke wo be kola
en sambale fo banjulon tamita NIL official la jani be fele state house
They took us up to Banjul. We passed the NI office before you get to the State House.
kena do bije yen jindi wala to
There's a place where they drop us.
nata be jindi wo fnate ko Allah
They dropped us there and they said they asked us to lie down.
o fana forcer le ka forcer la lom de ke forcer le dia ko ya yela
That one was forcefully. They asked us to lie down.
be bosala kidol be damful
And if you resisted, they will hit you with a gun butt and they
dia
will
ko
be
ya
kicking you.
foyela bala kensen
And forcefully, you will lie down naked.
From Denton Bridge, when your clothes were removed from you, you were transported naked into the vehicle, and you ended up naked at the premises near the NIA. Is that correct?
ako kabo saro saloto wairi wotumo yali wuranne yali ba kencewol le bulandi o motolu kono kali samba banjul wonya fo wala moto nyaati ali o kencem mal le futata banjunu
ah
You were also
Yes.
barefooted.
ako wotumo fanan ali sinkencewol lem
ah
Yes.
Tell us what they did to you when you got to this place.
a fonye muna keta birali futata o dinkirato banjunu yali jindi damen kotake
iren jindi je fana forcer landile
So when we disembarked, they kept us there.
lepa kidol la kan damfo dia ko ya fon Allah
They will be hitting us with their guns and be kicking us and forcing us to lie down.
Allah je ba jele li paro dimeta la lat
We lay there, but that was where we got the worst beating.
Are you okay, Mr. Witness? Please take your time.
ako fo isila wato ta fo be betari fele bang
ah
Yes.
Are you saying that the treatment that you received in Banjul was worse than the torture that you suffered at Denton Bridge?
Ako be nyino fokanko ye tilimbale amenkala Banjul wole diminta katambi ye menkala Saros.
Yes.
Would it then be correct to say that you suffered additional injuries from those that you suffered at Denton Bridge?
Ako fasi ni mosinyi mfono ko alla baramolu la fata le je kotake katambi lo la menkata Saro saloto.
Baramolu la fata le.
Yes, our injuries increased.
Because
at that place, there were some that had broken arms, some also had broken legs. I don't know them, but I have seen them, those that had their limbs broken.
Do you know what happened to your brother, for example, and Wandi Jawara?
Wandi Jawara yala kumofo ani fango doma foi hakilo ya mutale menketa wulu labang.
Yes, they also sustained injuries.
Can you remember any other person who sustained injuries apart from the people you listed? Sorry.
Yes, I can recall some, but after that day, I did not get to see them again. There's one boy from Gunjur, Omar Dabo. He also suffered there. Since he left that day, I did not see him up to now. Up to today, I have not seen him.
What happened after your torture in Banjul?
When they were done with us, they told us to go home. They were forcing us, they were pursuing us and hitting us and telling us to run. I was behind because my brother was behind and I would not leave him. So I tried until I was able to get hold of him and we went together.
So you were being chased despite your injuries and hit again?
Ako alna law baramo nyanding ibal nokang ibali baila ibali lipala fa ketole nyamba.
Yes.
Where did you go?
Biri bota otoete tata mi.
Biri bota entire double corrado.
When we left there, we went to Dabo's compound.
On the way, did anything happen?
Albesilo kan tumo mena fo ku ketal la bang finansilo ka law stato.
Yes, we walked on foot from Banjul until we got to the GTTI. We passed the GTTI and we got to a Johnson called Nyamba Johnson. When we reached there, we took a bend and then we saw soldiers coming after us. When we realized that that was a military vehicle, because that time of the night no vehicle was going to be around that area. So when we knew that it was a military vehicle, we all got into the grass and ran away. So it was the rainy season and the grasses were high, we were tall. So when we got into the grass, we just kept still and we hid there. When they came to the spot, they went around and they made some abusive insults, insulted our mothers. They said, oh, they have gone. If we had caught them, we would have killed them all. So
10 minutes
So we waited when they left for about 10 minutes until we found out that the place was quiet. Then we came out of the grass.
During your ordeal from the Denton Bridge incident and overhearing the conversations of Yankubu Ture, and during your torture at the NIA, did you believe that you would survive this incident?
Ako kabring kulu tajire yada muta saro saloto kata hanfo yali samba dame Banjul alni Yankubu Ture nlawo senyololu fo etela miroto yenyi mirale ko fo etebe kanala le bang fo ate watila.
Yes, I had those thoughts, but when your time is not yet up, you don't die. But
exactly
no matter how someone may try to explain to you, you cannot draw a true picture except you were there yourself. Well, we just found out eventually that we are alive, but at the time, none of us could tell that we would survive it.
And when you were being tortured, did the soldiers say anything to you?
Yes, they were beaten and making statements also. What they were showing us was that they were the ones that put their lives on the forefront and took over the country. And so you will not just come now and want to take this the country from us.
And eventually, where did you end up at?
So when I left Dabo's house, I ended up with my brother and sister in Joshua.
Sorry, did you say you had a sister?
Yes, I ended up with my sister at Old Joshua.
What happened at Dabo's residence, and what Dabo are you referring to?
I'm speaking of Lawyer Dabo,
the leader of the UDP party at the time.
Yes.
What happened there?
We got there in the night between 3 and 4. When we got to the house, we found some people there because when we left Banjul, we dispersed, and so we got there at different times. So we found people there who were in a difficult situation, who suffered from serious injuries. So we also went and joined them there.
Were they the same people that you were with at Denton Bridge?
Yes.
And what state were they in?
They were also in great difficulty because they were bleeding.
Did you receive any medical treatment?
Yes, we got treatment from Dr. Cisse.
What kind of treatment did he provide?
He gave us tablets. He dressed some of the wounds. He took some to the clinics and admitted them.
Do you know where Dr. Cisse's office was located?
No, I did not get to his office. I only stopped at his house, at the house, Dabo's house.
Dr. Cisse met you at Dabo's house?
Yes.
Just looking back on the incident that happened, do you know or do you believe why you were targeted? I mean, UDP, and tortured. Do you know why you were tortured by the soldiers?
Itela miraroto ya mira mune ya sabu ye nyatiling atella purkali tajire ya wonya ka kudimindi mukalla ila miroto mune yo sabu
dal miroto mi yo sabu kadu pate jama bi millota purka kale president katre fa ninke.
In my thinking, because there were many parties that we are contesting in that election. But in their thinking, the party that they believe could defeat their party was the UDP. That was why they meted all kinds of hardship on the UDP. So that those of us who were supporting it could just let go. so that they would be they would get the power. And that was the reason why they they acted that way.
Did they succeed in intimidating and did they succeed in intimidating you?
Folung to nyatonya ilaw manyalo woyali silandi le banka likijate.
It did not scare us.
What happened at the elections, which were just a few days after? Did you go and vote?
Akomune nata ke carte foyo nyunto wairi otumo carte foyo nyum manjamfa. Foyete fo nata silo soto le kata yela carte o faibang.
Not a carte file, but an assistant and a carte file pira.
Yes, I voted. I left my sister's house and I went and I voted in Pirang. When I was going, she was not. She refused me to go. She said that I should not go. I said to her, no, I have to go because after all the hardships that I have gone through, I must vote. Because my single vote, I do not know whether that is what is going to make double win or not. Which is why I must make all efforts to go and vote. And so she allowed me, and I went and I voted. So after voting, I returned to Joshua.
And what happened at that year's presidential elections? Who won?
O sangola carte fay o president carte fayoto dumale gagneta.
Well, what they said is that Yaya Jammeh won, but I am in disagreement.
Why do you say so?
Akomuna nete mansong.
Because I know that UDP won that year. Because I went around the country, and what is in the country, I know. To force someone to like you, or to allow somebody to be free to go to wherever they want to go, when you see those kind of people, you can tell. UDP, the people that came were those that liked the party. But for the APRC, they would force people to attend their rallies. And that was the problem.
What impact, if any, has this whole experience had on your health, for one?
Ako idunta nyimbe menkonoteng ay mune sabu ila balajata kende ala karola.
Well, for me now, except my chest, which is a problem, because I'm a mason. So if your chest is having a problem, that is going to retard your work. And it has actually retarded my work. Because now, except if I join with people, I cannot take contracts on my own. And even if I got a contract, I would have to bring in other people to work with me.
Are you the breadwinner of your family?
Yes.
And how has that affected your ability to take care of your family?
It
makes life difficult because my family, it's when I work that I'm able to bring something for them to live on. So if I don't work, I cannot get anything.
Apart from the physical effects of the torture which you've described here, did you experience any mental effects?
Ako hana manke balajato dimungi toroti menketela fo isondo moto ila miraroto fo kusoto ntala aye menkela bang.
So me, when each time I recall what transpired in my life, it used to get onto my brain a lot. But after that, it has done nothing to me.
Do you still remain a member of the UDP party?
Yes, up to now, I'm in there.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Witness, for your very Well done testimony. Thank you.
Inumbara bake sedo ye kumolu fonyamin abetata inumbara bake.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all for the witness.
Inumbara sirantio chairman member commissioner lukono no bele no drone soto
I'll hand him over to you.
Bekulu saindila chairman Masai.
Thank you very much, Council, for that, and thank you very much, Mr. Omar Jazi, for agreeing to come and testify before the Commission.
Ako chairman ko ay council numbara ite o Mr. Omar Jazi ay ite fanan numbara ay jay pour isonta yena sede arola commission nyatilima.
Like many other previous witnesses, you had gone through very difficult time in the hands of security elements here in this country.
Ako ko sede dolu fanalu ya itandi nyami yementaki ite fanan dunta kukolen ne kono mfangol la banko la kanto nin tankada bunda la molu kono.
We're truly sorry about that, and we hope that the efforts in this summer commission would help us put together a record of what really happened, abuses and violations, so these things are not repeated again in the Gambia.
Ako abe numbara la beton nyimukuleti membe commission fanande mala ke hammendi ye la du ko ke nyin kamala sinin samo kolu menno ketaten a nyonglu nene kana soto nyim banko kan koteke.
Thank you very much, Emma, for agreeing to come to the commission. I'll ask the commissioners if they have any questions. Then afterwards, if you have any closing remarks, we would allow you to, we give you opportunity to do that.
Ako chairman ko inumbara koteke betun sain commissioner lumen we siring ani men be tablo to ay bunda yele wolle nimme nyinin kar soto si nyinin ka ne obe banda silang ibina murule ite kan koteke ite fanan ngani yo ila miraro ilafta kuma kan men sindila gambian koluma isi o kuma kan foyi.
Commissioners, floor is open. Does anyone have any questions? Not. And thank you very much indeed. Mr. Jazi, you have any closing remarks to make?
Ako Mr. Jazi, wairi commissioner manyinin kar soto silang fo ite fango kuma kan lu soto ebe la fila même fo la gambian koli ebe kuma kum fala menna.
Me kuma kum fala menna mbal be konton na tol na konton la.
Yes, my final statement is that I'll begin by greeting all of you.
Bal konton kabra la ke bada fo mo la bangato.
I greet you from your leaders here to the last person here.
I
will say that in the country, the Gambia belongs to all of us. If Gambia is developed, we are the ones that are developed. If Gambia gets into some other thing, God forbid that outcome would be shared by all of us. The people that are ruling us, let them know that they are ruling over us. Those that are in the security services that are in the country, they should know that they are there to protect us. Let them give us our rights, and as we give them their rights too. In this world, people go and people come. Jawara's government was here before, and the soldiers. Jawara left. The soldiers left were behind. Yaya Jammeh's government came. Yaya has gone. Jawara, the soldiers and the police that worked with Jawara, those people also worked with Yaya Jammeh. Now Yaya Jammeh has gone and he's left them behind. Someone else has come. That one is also working with them, and by God's grace, if his term ends, he's going to leave. And he's going to leave them and us here. So we should take it easy with each other. So whatever we do, let's do that with honesty, as we are the same people in the country. Whatever has happened, happened, and it's finished. Let us not allow that to repeat itself again in this country. That is my statement.
Thank you very much indeed for your testimony. We will. We will close our proceedings now and resume at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If there are no further questions, we will go ahead and do that. Sorry, see you tomorrow, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Meeting is adjourned.